Phil, you know that I wrote the book, Fire Your Financial Advisor, an Amazon bestseller, and I'm working on my second book saying, Don't Say the A Word, a book based about annuities and how they're one of the most maligned and misrepresented investments in the country. So to get started, before we start talking about annuities, let's see if we can break out some of the other issues that we're seeing. A lot of times there's a lot of fees out there that no one talks about when it comes to other investments that I want to compare against annuities to give everybody at home a little context.
Right, give it the education of fees. I think it's one of the least talked about areas of investing.
Yep.
So first, let's talk a little bit about one of the most common tools out there, the mutual fund. Right, these exist in 401ks, they invest in advisor accounts. So there's a few different fees you might see in a mutual fund. The biggest one is the management fee. These tend to average about 1%. This is the fee that's going to the mutual fund manager, the person that's picking the stocks and bonds that are inside of that fund. So those exist in almost every scenario. What could also exist are what are called 12B1 fees. People need to stay away from these. These are commissions that come out of your money and go to the advisor that sold that mutual funds. And then there's other miscellaneous fees as well.
Actively managed mutual funds, bad.
Right.
All right. Variable annuity fees.
So variable annuities, right? Very different than fixed annuities. The variable basically has all the same charges as a mutual fund. They bucket them together as a sub-account fee. But on top of that, there's insurance costs known as M&E or mortality and expense risk. That's another % or so. And oftentimes rider fees, death benefits, income riders come with the charge as well. The most expensive investment out there is a variable annuity.
So very bad.
Very bad. Yeah.
Variable annuities, very bad. Makes sense. All right, let's keep going. So advisor fees. You're a financial advisor now. We're not just talking about investments, we're talking about advisors too.
Exactly. The advisor, this one stacks on top of the investments, typically a percentage of the AUM, averaging about 1 to 1.2%. And then also there's the commissioned advisor, someone that says, oh, you don't even charge me a percentage, it's all within the investments. Well, that's coming out of your investment money, that's coming out of your money with A shares and C shares.
Oh, wow. So even more money coming out of your retirement dollars, all based on what investments they're choosing.
Exactly, the double dip, right? And then now the fixed annuity piece. Now there's some key things to know here. There's no management fee. There's no active management, active trading inside of it. So there's no ongoing management fee within these. Even the compensation, the commission for these annuities, they come from the insurance companies, from the marketing team, not out of your money like mutual funds do.
So very different than the advisor account, variable annuity account, and obviously the mutual fund account.
Totally different. More similar actually to a CD in that when you buy a CD, that banker gets paid. And the last piece is also pretty similar to a CD, right? If you cash in a CD before the end of the term, you're going to have penalties and fees. Same with fixed annuities, but a big caveat is that you can take 10% every year without those big penalties.
In my mind, when I think of the difference between annuities and other types of investments, the investments take money out of your accounts, where annuities take their fees from the company.
Right.
All right, and then you're just guaranteed a rate of return.
Exactly, and that's why folks use these, right, is the safety built into it. And there's other benefits beyond just a safe return. The fact that these grow tax deferred is a huge benefit. You're not paying taxes on your gains as you're going, so they stay in the account and compound and get bigger. You also have the ability to make changes within these. You can go just a fixed return. You can bet on the upside of the market without betting on the downside. Or you can also, like we talked about, take and use your money from these accounts and take 10% every year.
I really like the idea of at the end of every year, people don't realize with a CD, you're stuck with that rate forever.
Right.
But with an annuity, you can go say, no, I want to do a fixed indexed option where I'm going to ride the S&P with a 10% cap. Or the following year, I'm going to do 4% guaranteed fixed. And every year, you get to choose a new wrapper for that fixed index annuity no matter what, and still you can take 10% out every year as opposed to a CD or a bond.
Exactly. You can use this money. That's why it plays so well in a retirement portfolio, to be the safe piece of that portfolio.
Now, I don't think anyone should have all their eggs in one basket. I don't think everyone should just buy all fixed index annuities or fixed annuities, but I do think it's important to have all the tools available at your disposal if you're truly helping people in retirement, because there are a lot of great things that all these things can bring to retirees at home, Phil.
100%, and knowing what those tools are.
Thanks, Phil. Tired of getting shorted when it comes to seeing all your investment options? How about seeing what your advisor investments really cost? Then let us run a fee filter against your current plan to show you exactly what you are paying every year. Then let us show you all the investment options available to you in retirement versus just the ones that come with a 1% price tag. Our fee filter and GPS investment system are included with every roadmap for retirement. You can request this roadmap right now at no cost. Our roadmap is built by our internal team of attorneys, CPAs, and financial retirement planners to address not just fees and investments, but also long-term care, taxes, and market risk, and income too. All complimentary if you act now.